Look at this diagram carefully. What do you see? There are three bulbs which are connected in series. As soon as the circuit is closed, all the three of them are glowing. This is what you have seen in the earlier modules when the resistors are connected in series one after the other. Have a look at the next diagram. Again, I am connecting resistors in one parallel to the other. So R1, R2, R3 are three resistors. They are connected parallel to each other. What do you mean by parallel? Observe the flow of the balls that you see on this in the figure. What do you see over there? When the current starts from the cell, from the positive terminal, the, the, the flow of the current then splits before it reaches or at the time it reaches the R1, R2, R3 resistors. Look over here. The current flows, it is moving ahead, and then the current is splitting. One goes to R1, the other goes to R2, and then the current splits. And then after flowing through all the three resistors, again the loop is closed by connecting it to the negative terminal of the battery. Thus, what do I say for such an alignment of resistors? I say that the resistors are connected in parallel to each other. They are running parallel to each other. What is the benefit of having resistors in parallel? Okay, the potential difference across each resistance is the same. Why? Because the current gets split. Then the effective resistance of the combination is less than the individual resistance. We will see that in the next derivation slide. Why do we need such resistors in parallel? Because it helps us to decrease the resistance in the circuit as well as increase the current in the circuit. Benefit: even if one resistor does not work, let's say R1 is not working, yet R2 and R3 will work, which means instead of R1, R2, R3, if I place three bulbs over here and let's say the R1 is not working, the bulb does not glow, but yet since all the three bulbs are connected in parallel, the current will continue to flow to R2 and R3 and the loop will get complete. So whenever the bulbs are connected in parallel, even if one of them doesn't work, that does not break the flow of current. The current completes, the other two will glow. Isn't that a benefit? Then if Vt or is the total voltage, then it is equal to V1, that is voltage in resistor 1 is equal to voltage in resistor 2 is equal to voltage in resistor 3. If you remember, this was not the case in series, where series Vt is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. This resistors in parallel is optimum used for household appliances where the need for current of every appliance is different and hence the current can split across. Let us now derive resistors in parallel. How do I come to a mathematical expression for the same? Look at the figure carefully. I have three resistors R1, R2, R3 and they are connected between points X and Y. So they are parallel to each other between points X and Y. Let I1, I2 and I3 be the current passing through R1, R2, R3 respectively, which means I1 for R1, I2 for R2 and I3 for R3. Let V be the potential difference across point X and Y, and I am measuring that potential difference using a voltmeter. Check the polarities in which we are connecting. To measure the entire current across the circuit, I have an ammeter and then a key, that is K, and then the cells. The total current of the circuit I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. This is what, let me assume this to be my equation 1. Here I am saying that the current is passing through R1, R2, R3. Therefore, total is I, combination of all. Let Rp be the effective resistance in the circuit. By using Ohm's law, we know I is equal to V upon R. So, I1 is equal to V upon R1, I2 is equal to V upon R2, and I3 is equal to V upon R3. So, in net, how much ever resistors I connect in parallel, I is equal to V upon Rp. Substitute these values in the first equation. This is your first equation. I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. What do I get? I will say V upon Rp is equal to V upon R1 plus V upon R2 plus V upon R3. Numerator V is common. So, I say 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. Thus, for n number of resistors connected in parallel, we will get 1 upon Rp, or resistance in parallel, 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3 up to n number of times 1 upon Rn. I say that all the resistors are connected in parallel. Let us solve one numerical based on when the resistors are connected in parallel. If resistors 15 ohms, 10 ohms and 20 ohms are connected in parallel to a battery of 15 volts, find the effective resistance of the circuit. Also calculate total current and current in each resistor, which means we have to find out effective resistance, that is Rp, total current, that is I, and current through each resistor. So I1, I2, I3. Every time a numerical should start with whatever is given. What I have R1, R2, R3 as 15, 10 and 20 ohms respectively, and I know that I am using a battery of 15 volts. So V is equal to 15V. As per Ohm's law, what do I get? I1 is equal to V upon R1, that is 15 by 15, which is 1 ampere. Similarly, I2 will be 1.5 amperes, and I3, that is V upon R3, 15 by 20, which is 0.75 amperes. So, total current I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3, which is 1 plus 1.5 plus 0.75. Add up, we will get the answer. Total current I is equal to 3.25 amperes. Now, effective resistance. Effective resistance can be given as 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. Note, if I have only two resistors which are in parallel, my equation will modify as 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. So, depends upon how many resistors you have. Thus, I have 1 upon 15 plus 1 upon 10 plus 1 upon 20. This is a simple mathematical calculation. Compute it, you will get the answer as 1 upon Rp is equal to 13 by 60. Thus, Rp, reversing it, is equal to 60 by 13, which is nothing but 4.62 ohms. Make sure that you are writing the units properly.